Well, WWE Universe, I hope you can feel it. It's the road to WrestleMania. And no, The Rock's not going to be there this time, but that's the last time I was there. So, anyway, The Miz gets to actually brag about something I saw, whether it was for good or for bad. He came out and made that point on Raw, but I'm actually not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about some of the other news, like Wale, rapper Wale, got in a fist fight with a fan at Raw last night. Yes, apparently he was engaged in a Twitter war, and the fan told him where he was sitting, and it was only a few rows away, so Wale got up, went over, and punched him in the face. Security took them both out of Raw in DC last night and allowed them to return later, but of course, this made TMZ, Twitter, and everywhere else. So, do us all a favor, Wale. Don't act a damn fool when you go to wrestling. You're not part of the show. Well, or do it at your own concerts. Come on now. As my co host Sierra would say, you can have several. And Daniel Bryan came out after Raw on the post Raw show and cut a promo on Triple H and used the two words you're never supposed to use in WWE. He said he was a pro wrestler. So who knows if there's going to be any heat on him for that. But at this point, I don't think so, since he's already in the main program going into WrestleMania 30, and by all accounts is probably likely to win the match with Triple H and win the world title in the triple threat. But that remains to be seen. We've still got 6 more days to go before that happens. And they taped everything last night. WWE Superstars, main event, Smackdown, the whole enchilada, because they got a press conference tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, and all the WWE Superstars are traveling all over the place to promote WrestleMania, so there's not going to be a Smackdown taping tomorrow night. If you want those spoilers, go to AngryMarks.com. We've got everything up there. And you can always check out our shows at AngryMarks.com as well. Raw Reaction, The Undisputed Wrestling Show. Oh, and tomorrow night they're having on Typhoon, aka the Shockmaster, and a woman called Andrea the Giant. So be sure to check out Undisputed Wrestling tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central on AngryMarks.com. And I apologize for the lack of updates lately. I took a weekend off, which I sorely needed because Lord knows there's going to be enough wrestling stuff going on for the next week or so, and enough MMA stuff going on in the next month or so, that this was a good time to take a weekend off and get away from things. But if you were following the World Series fighting, you know that Usmar Palhares beat Steve Carl for their welterweight title, and that's about all I had to say right now. So, Stevie J signing off, and more news and updates to come.